Annevangelical Catholic here, and just because summer is coming to an end, or has already come to an end for some of you all, doesn't mean that I can't continue to share summer glory with you. So I wanted to tell you this story about the time I went to go see Ant-Man. Yes, that's right. Ant-Man and the Wasp was coming out, and I was pretty excited because I did like what I remembered about Ant-Man, and I also was looking forward to seeing the Wasp, and it looked like a fun action film for the summer. But unfortunately, somebody made a tight turn and they bumped against the sidewalk and blew out their tire. And I was there with my cousin and brother, and so we decided to go and check it out and help out. And we spent the whole time trying to change this tire, and mostly my cousin, screwed up because he put in the wrong screws. It was just crazy, and it was hot, I have to be honest. And this whole experience, I have to say though, I was grateful. Yes, grateful that this happened the way that it did. We were able to, exchange our tickets for a different time, and it was no problem. Like, helping this woman was more important, and that if this had to happen, it was good that someone who had some experience in changing tires, like my cousin, was there, and that my brother, like both of these young men, were pretty physically fit, to say. So it made it easier to change the tire, even though there were some mistakes along the way. In the end, this woman got her tire changed. Like, to me, I feel like it's a glory story because the timing is perfect. It took maybe 20 minutes almost for like another person to stop by and help this poor woman who didn't exactly have a clue and probably would have been struggling a lot. And I thought it was a glory story because to be able to help someone is a good thing. And we didn't have any issues exchanging our tickets. I was grateful for that, and it felt good to help someone and to know that someone who was struggling got the help that they needed, just when they needed it. And I was also very grateful for the staff at the theater for asking like no questions and just being very, very welcoming of us and helpful in helping us get a brand new tickets for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, they didn't really need an explanation, and I was grateful for them. And I think for me, like, to be served that way was a glory story. So usually glory stories are something that happened to me, and to think also that this person experienced something good is not just something that I experienced, but got the chance to show that good to someone else. So it was like two things: to serve other people, and then to be served and just well treated by other people as well. I think that was one of my summer glory stories leading up to watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I think that helped make the experience of Ant-Man and the Wasp all the better. And I was just grateful for the whole experience. It's kind of humbling, especially with dealing with the heat part. So maybe glory stories may not seem all that glorious sometimes, but I think that much needed humility of saying, I need to make a sincere sacrifice, a sincere gift of myself in this moment, even in this heat. Try not to complain, but trying to be honest at the same time. But it got hot and sticky out there, and I was grateful that I also brought a bottle of water, so that was good. And the woman was kind enough to get us all some water, so I'm very grateful for that. This episode is kind of related to the last episode, and that this time I got the flat tire. Lucky me, right? Why is that a glory story, and why this theme of flat tires? I have no idea why, except for the glory story part, which I'm about to tell you, is that I got a nail in my tire and it was flat, and it sounds terrible, doesn't it, right? And yes, it was costly, but fortunately I had some help from my parents who arranged it so that I could get the car fixed, and I could also get to work and have a ride for that. So that worked out pretty well. And the thing that I'm most grateful for is that while I was going out with my brothers in this car, and that this didn't happen on the freeway, because I was like on the freeway going home, and it was after that that we realized that the tire was flat. Like there wasn't any screeching or anything that felt too awkward going home. But once at home, I stepped out of the car and it was very obvious that the tire was flat. Like there's some sort of miracle that managed to make it home safe if the nail got in there while we're in the highway or whatever. And that's why it's a glory story, because we made it home safe and things worked out well. Certainly there were costs, mostly financial ones, but in the end I think it is a good thing that my brothers and I made it home safe, and I think that's what matters the most. And that's my summer glory story. Hopefully things will get better. Oh wait, they will. Another glory story. On the Feast of St. James, something glorious happened. We went out to eat. I hang out with the youth ministers and some of the fellow corps members who help out with the youth ministry. They're usually they're adults or teenage seniors, high school seniors, who help out with the youth ministry and are kind of like mentors for the youth that go to the youth group. And so we got together because we've gotten to know each other over the summer, and actually over the year. It's a long story, but we become like family and friends. And so this parish family, if you will, assembles together at one of the local restaurants in the area. And it's a feast day, so we thought, like, it's fun. Maybe I'll just spend a little money, because it's the last time we'll be doing anything quite like this for a while. And it's the Feast of St. James, so why not maybe spend a little money? I'm hungry. It's dinner. We missed dinner in order to host Bible studies for our teens. We chatted and just had a good time, and just having dinner together, breaking bread, if you will, together, was a wonderful thing. Got to laugh at people's stories, just have a good time, getting to know each other and enjoying each other's company. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, geez, it's taking a long time. Like the restaurant has closed at this point, and they're not like ushering us out. The waiter had to come to ask if we wanted the bill or anything. And like, I was gonna ask him, and everyone was like, it's time to go. And they realized, like, wait a second, like, who paid the bill? And it turned out that Father paid for us, even though we were joking earlier, like, oh yeah, you want to go to this restaurant, Father? Are you gonna pay for it? And like, never expected that. At least I didn't. And I was very grateful for that. Very grateful indeed. He's like, because it's a feast day. It's like, this is great. You didn't have to do that. I was totally fine. I know people were joking about it, but didn't expect it literally to happen, but it did. And the whole experience together was definitely a glory story in my life. Having good friends and company is definitely a good, and I'm grateful for that sort of community. And that's my summer glory story series for this summer. I will bring more glory stories as I hope to celebrate one of my special glory stories this summer. One final one is that this summer was my 25th at baptism anniversary, so I hope to get at least 25 glory stories done before the end of this year in order to celebrate that. So thank you, and God bless. Bye!
Hey Angie, what wasn't a part of this video?